And we are now back, ladies and gentlemen, for the very last part of Pokemon Blue. We defeated the champion. Now we have one more, well, technically two more things left to do, but first things first, we need to go to the one area we have yet to explore, because we couldn't because we haven't proven ourselves yet, the Cerulean Cave.
Yeah, Cerulean Cave, if you've either played the original games, their remakes, or... Actually, no, not their... Actually, yeah, their remakes, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver. This is home to the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo.
And it also contains the strongest wild Pokemon encounters in the game. And I run through, and this showcases every single Pokemon that I have ran into. And let's just say in that dungeon, the wild encounters really breathe down your neck.
Ah, jeez.
You'll see within the next few minutes. But there's one other trainer I did not yet to fight, but you could have if you gotten Surf later on. There's really no reason to fight this trainer. Honestly, it's just she's just there, I guess.
Yeah, just there. Odd. A very weak level 31 Paris.
Yeah, this is just the trainer you could have gotten to earlier had the very minute you get Surf. But the thing is, though, there'll be someone blocking your way because you have not gotten all 8 badges, nor have become the champion.
But now that both those requirements have been fulfilled, you can safely do what you gotta do. And Charizard's just kind of roasting these Paris with a fire blast.
Yeah, it's pretty much an easy win at this point. And he
got into the level as a result, which is actually hilarious.
Why not? At this point, it had a few more experience points needed anyways.
I didn't realize that how in this version, Parasec's mushroom is humongous.
Yeah, it's actually still quite big, even today's drawing.
But it's not like as wide.
Wide?
Yeah. So when you look at it, it's like a humongous circle with like a little raised bump, whereas now it's kind of a little bit more shaped to what...
Well, I mean, it's close enough to what it originally was supposed to be. It's just, again, Game Boy limitations. Now, one thing you might notice off the bat is Red and Blue Cerulean Cave looks very different, at least the entrance anyways, as opposed to Yellow Cerulean Cave. One of the Pokemon you can encounter is actually a wild Sandslash. And there are many Pokemon you can encounter. You can encounter Chanseys, you can encounter Glooms, Weeping Bells, you can encounter Rhydons, you can encounter Electrodes, Magnetons, and Dittos, too.
So if you actually want to get your Pokedex expanded, it's actually a really nice place to come and get the lost Pokemon that you need for your Pokedex.
You can also encounter wild Gravelers and Golbats here, too. Pretty much all of them are in the high 50s. Now, this can be a bit of a maze, so I do apologize if I loop a bit in terms of looping around the area. I'm just trying to find whatever hidden item I can.
And this can be really confusing too, because you've got a maze on the second floor, plus the fact that and since that maze branches out into a ton of different pathways, it just kind of makes it for a very complicated area if you don't know where the hell you're going.
You can also fish in this place too.
Speaking of Magneton.
And you can catch some usual water-type Pokemon down there as well. Yeah, I chose not to edit the random encounters because I really want to emphasize that this place
has a lot of freaking random encounters.
And they, like I said, they continue to breathe down your neck. So while a great place to grind, can be very hectic after a while too. So you might know that I'm just temporarily pausing. It's just because I'm trying to make sure I know where I'm going. It's been a long time since I've actually explored this cave. And, oh yeah, you can find raw Dodrios down here too.
Huh, interesting.
First, if you catch them at this point...
Are you doing it kind of looks like a 3-headed turkey?
I think that's what they were going for at the time. But down here you can find a lot of great items down here. Including Max Revives, Ultra Balls, Rare Candies...
Full Restores, I think? Oh, Venomoth!
You can find Venomoth down here too, correct. Yeah, by the time you catch some of these Pokemon in this Cerulean Cave, you can pretty much take them right to the Elite Four in case you want to try out a new set. I mean, some of the best yeah, you can find Marowaks down here too. Just want to note that. Here's a Ditto. It looks like a rubber glove with a face.
I know. It's like waving at you.
Hi!
Kirby!
It's not Kirby, damn it. It's not cute like Kirby.
Well, your voice makes it sound like Kirby.
Ah! A level 54 Wigglytuff.
Oh, jeez.
Imagine seeing this thing staring you in your soul.
That's just creepy as hell.
I know, right? See, there's a Marowak. Wait, I thought you were dead.
That's mean!
Oh my god. Yeah, you can find a wild Marowak down here. And a Rocket Grunt had a Marowak in the South Co earlier. Here's a Rhydon. So yeah,
just get the hell out of Dodge at this point with these random encounters.
Yeah, again, so many random encounters. There's Electro, too. Oh yeah, in some cases you can't even run away from the Electro, because they're the fastest Pokemon in the game. In some cases, anyways.
That would have been funny if, like, right there you had actually not been able to escape and if had to fight it.
Yeah, it would easily use Explosion or Self-Destruct. Oh, you can find Wild Kadabras here, too.
Kadabra.
So yeah, I pretty much ran into every single Pokemon you can find down here.
And just as a quick note, in the remakes you can get Wobbuffet.
Yes, Wobbuffet. And Wobbuffet is annoying at times to deal with because it comes with Shadow Tag, which prevents you from escaping.
And you can also use Counter or Magic Code, so if you hit it with an Earthquake and it uses Counter, you've got one dead Pokemon pretty much. Yeah,
so it's pretty much to guarantee a KO when you go up against a Wobbuffet. Or if he uses Destiny Bond.
Oh god, Destiny Bond.
Now, what I found here was the way down to find Mewtwo, except that I didn't want to go down there just yet. So I did decide to turn around. Or do I decide to turn around here?
Dun dun dun.
Another Ditto. Yeah, you might notice the Dittos become a lot more common around the 3rd floor, especially when they're at level 65.
Oh, Jesus. And you do turn around.
Yes.
And you get to another encounter.
I know, these random encounters.
Oh my god. These random encounters are very, very frustrating.
Well, here's the thing though, even if I were to use a Max Repel here, it would not have any effect because I'm very much low leveled at this point. Like high 40s, low 50s.
Yeah, I think with me, I always try to get my Pokemon up to like at least like mid 60s, like the low 60s or so, just to kind of get through the cave.
Well, I mean, I would recommend you grind your Pokemon at least within the 60s before attacking this place. But me being the bold and brazen one, I'm gonna attack at the level I am right now.
And potentially stupid one.
I don't know. There's a difference between bravery and stupidity.
Question is, which one are you?
That's for you to judge. Again, these random encounters.
Another Venomoth. Isn't it like our second Venomoth in a row?
Second in a row, yeah, but a third one we've seen all day. Now, this would be a great grind fest for you here because, if you're able to just take them out, at least, especially around the entrance, you can level up with at least 1,000 experience points per pop. At least 1,000 experience. Which is good enough,
Which means you only need like maybe 7 battles at the most to level up.
Sometimes 10 actually, because the experience requirement gets really high.
Oh yeah, because the higher you go, the more experience points you need to level up per level.
Right, so it will eventually get higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Of course, or if you want to be a cheap ass, just use the rare candy trick. The missing no glitch.
There's Golbat, with its tongue hanging out to the side.
And it's as huge as ever. Yeah, so thinking back, let's just talk about something else while we still go through this dungeon here. What was your first memories when you first encountered the Cerulean Cave?
When I saw my first encounters were, this place is freaking huge. Like, I had a hell of a time getting through this cave first time I did in Fire Red. It was very confusing, but I managed to... I either figured out on my own, I looked up a guide, knowing me I did a guide, just because it was very complicated.
Wasn't it right after you catch Mewtwo, you can randomly run into,
Entei, Suicune, or Raikou, depending on your starter.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because then once you find them, you can just track down just one.
Yeah.
And then you just capture just the one.
Yep.
And then Fire Red also, you can go back to the 7 islands for a trip, but this way you can explore this whole 7 islands. That's the post game.
Yes, 7 islands. Hi, Chansey.
That I did not cover in my Fire Red LP because I was just more focused about the main story. And then you can just counter the Elite Four and Gary and the champion the second time. This time with the Helen Pokedex intact. And the team switches up too.
And Nugget.
Like I think, for example, I know Lorelei now gets I want to say Glalie.
Yes.
I want to say that.
I can always look it up too.
I guess you could, yeah, just for the sake of time. I do know also that Lance gets like Kingdra and Salamence.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Ugh.
Agatha will definitely get Mischievous.
Mischievous.
And Bennett, because there's the only other ghost head. Oh, and Dusclops too. I want to say Dusclops. Gary, I know gets a Tyranitar and a Heracross. I want to say. I don't know what else
I can't remember who else he gets actually.
Alright.
My phone's just acting weird for some reason.
Oh, you know what it is? I think for Cerebi, it's trying to make you be a bit more mobile friendly.
Not helping me.
I can probably look up on my phone. Yeah, just give
Nope,
me...
I'm good. I'm good.
You got it? You got it?
Yeah, it's just acting weird.
Elite Four? There we go. Alright, so rematch. Lorelei gets a...
Dugong, Cloyster, Piloswine, Jinx, and Lapras.
Yep. And then Steelix, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. Well, two Steelix and Hitmonchan. Okay.
I guess I get Gengar, Crobat, Mischievous, Arbok, and Gengar. And Lance gets a Gyarados, Dragonite, Kingdra, Aerodactyl, and Dragonite.
So two Dragonites, okay.
Yep.
And then the champion gets Heracross, Alakazam, Tyranitar, Gyarados, Arcanine, and... Well, if it's a Venusaur, it will be Arcanine. If it's Charizard, it will be an Executor.
Yep.
And if it's not a Gyarados, it will be a Blastoise.
Yep.
There we go, okay. So yeah, there's that. And then, like Daniel said, you can counter it again in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where you can find the Mewtwo down here. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think, is one of more, in my opinion, successful remakes.
Definitely, because you can now...
I would play that over Fire Red Leaf Green, honestly.
Yeah, I just like going back to Fire Red Leaf Green just to solve it.
I mean, I've not played Heart Gold, Soul Silver in a long time.
Me neither.
Now, I only paused for a moment because I was just, checking to see if there was any more hidden items around here.
Because the one thing about Heart Gold Soul Silver is that it's actually a bit more of a challenge than the originals, just because of abilities, kind of making your strategies against some from the originals null and void.
Well, you have to switch it up a little bit, which I do.
That's what I'm saying, is that you have to switch up your strategies a bit, because...
Which I actually do like, because...
adds the difficulty spike.
Morty got more difficult, I remember.
Hell yeah. And Faulkner actually gives you a move that complements what his gym is. He gives you, I think, Roost? Yeah, well, he gives you Roost.
Well, he wasn't the first Pokemon gym leader to give you a TM that doesn't have anything to do with its,
typing.
Yeah, like, I remember very first gen, Brock gives you, Bide.
Yes.
And a normal type move. They fixed that in Fire Red Leaf Green and gave you Rock Tomb instead.
Mm-hmm. Does he give you that? And does he give you that in Heart Gold Soul Silver, or does he give you Stealth Rock? I'm gonna say Stealth Rock?
No, Heart Gold Soul Silver, I think you get Stealth Rock as a battle TM, I want to say. Like something you get in some sort of battle tower.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep, she's gonna continue to check Cerebi. Yeah, switching to Gengar here, so that way, if I encounter any more Electrodes, I can potentially just let them knock themselves out with Explosion and get some free experience while I'm at it. But don't worry, we are close enough to the end.
Nobody gives you Rock Slide. TM80.
Oh, so Brock gives you Rock Slide.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I knew Stealth Rock had to get like maybe as in some sort of battle tower of some sort. Because I know you get like battle points, and then you use the battle points to buy the TM.
Marowak.
Another Marowak, back from the dead. Leave me alone. We already made you rest in peace already. Why do you want to bother us again?
And again! Gengar.
And I'm using a Gengar too, ain't that some shit? This Marowak will not leave me alone!
No, maybe you never fully maybe you never fully made rest in peace.
Damn it, I knew I should use that Poké Doll earlier.
Ultra Ball.
Alright, this is pretty much the second to last item you find here. There is one more item you can find down here, which is roughly around, not there.
Another Marowak.
Another Marowak.
Definitely never made fully rest in peace. Definitely.
Okay, well, okay, this is the last hidden item you can find, I think, around here, I want to say. Yes, you get you get one more Ultra Ball.
Not bad.
And we're pretty much right there to where you can fight Mewtwo. Basically, the most powerful Pokemon in the game. This thing is tough. It can take a beating, but what you're about to see is pretty amazing stuff. So, of course, before you take on Mewtwo, if you're serious about catching it, I strongly advise you save here.
Just the same with any other legendary Pokemon.
Now, technically, you could just end this thing with a Master Ball. I mean, that's the whole purpose of why else would you have the Master Ball, just to make it an easy catch.
But
for the sake of this one, I do want to show off Mewtwo here, and not just cheapening it with just an Ultra Ball throw.
Doing a Master Ball throw?
Master Ball throw. You're right. Yeah, you would think I'd go for Psychic and take me out immediately, but I get a Confuse Ray in. And by the way, I'm under 20 levels, 22 levels. So I get lucky with Barrier. And I was like, okay, great. And I get lucky with Thunder too.
Oh, what? Are you getting a Paralyzed proc out of this?
I got a Paralyzed proc, and so I thought, let's just dwindle it down with Psychic a little bit.
Yeah, this thing is a beast. Pretty much it has arguably the highest special in this entire game.
The highest special in the entire game. After Amnesia, you're done.
Because it was in the first gen that Amnesia. This is more special got split into special attack and special defense. Amnesia greatly was just special in this game, whereas in Gen 2, Amnesia only greatly raises your special defense.
All right, so here's the weird thing, right? Now it hits me with Psychic. After special attack, it does not take me out.
How?
And I'm like, again, 22 levels underneath this thing. I go for Explosion, I figure, fuck it, let's just try to, like, bring down the critical. And I got a critical hit!
Oh, God.
So I solo this Mewtwo by myself with a Gengar. And it blew up in my face, pretty much. Again, no, I don't know why there was no GIF right there. I was hoping for a GIF, but apparently Windows Movie Maker hates GIFs.
Attempt number 2.
Alright, attempt number 2. Alright, so I try it again, right?
Just Swift once more.
The exact same start so far. And it goes with Swift again. Well, it is confused after all.
Oh, jeez.
A clever excuse, eh? And once again I get a Parahax. I'm like, wow. I go for Explosion because, screw it, whatever.
Are you getting another crit?
And I did score another crit.
Yes, we didn't want to use it.
Could you imagine if it took a thing, if it took out the Mewtwo again?
Jesus.
Alright, so I try to go for Ultra Ball. I was expecting, like, a very long encounter with this Mewtwo, because it is friggin' very powerful. But then this happens.
What?!
I was laughing the entire time that happened.
Yeah.
No Master Ball necessary.
Oh, the Master Ball saved everyone!
Yeah, it's not using Master Ball on something else that isn't Mewtwo.
Go figure!
So that's pretty much the end of Blue.
Or is it?
Well, it is the end of Blue. It was indeed unexpected. Okay. There's technically one more thing you can actually do in this game. And I switched over to Pokemon Yellow this time around. Now, there's a glitch you can trigger to there's a glitch you can do to trigger the Professor Oak fight. To do this, you need a Pokemon with a special stat of 226. And I just showed off just a few seconds ago that the my Kadabra has a special stat of 226. So you need to start off at Lavender Town. You need to go up against that trainer, but not quite. Against that trainer right there. Like, you know how you trigger the trainer, hide in the bush next to Nugget Bridge, and you just fly off that way?
Yeah.
Similar principle, except you fly all the way to Vermilion City. And there's this one trainer that has the Sandshrew and the Zubat that you have to fight. And you have to beat this one normally, like usual. Nothing else too special about it.
I just became a trainer, but I think I can win.
So yeah, this is just part of what you have to do in order to trigger the Professor Oak fight. And Professor Oak is supposed to be the strongest trainer in the game.
Sandshrew. Yes, poor Sandshrew.
Yes, poor Sandshrew is gonna go down hard. And I was actually very fortunate by leveling up this Kadabra that the special stat was legitimately 226. And it had to be that number specifically because of the famous thing where you growl Pokemon 6 times in the special stat. It's weird how it's that specific, but oh well, what can you do, right?
Yep. Bye, Zubat. Ash defeated Youngster.
And I decided to name him Ash just for the sake of the anime. And by the way, I was playing Yellow on my emulator.
Alright, so...
So you have to fly next to Cinnabar Island. Now you want to make sure you don't go into the Pokemon Center as you're flying, because to do this trick, you really need to have an escape rope with you. And make sure you go right back to Lavender Town. So now we're back to the Pokemon Mansion. Threw up a Max Repel because you are going to need to avoid whatever random encounters you can for now. And of course this is me wandering a little bit here. Not sure why I feel like wandering around.
Because why the hell not?
Why the hell not, indeed. But then I just realized, oh yeah, that's right. There's a set of steps you have to go up to flick the set of switch to hit the switch.
A secret switch. Press it. Who wouldn't?
All right. So pretty much after that, you have to find a now. In order to be able to counter a Pokemon with a special stat of 226, you need to find a Ditto. It's the only way possible. You can do this in Cerulean Cave as well, and find a Ditto that way. But I recommend going down to Pokemon Mansion because a Ditto is actually a much lower level for you to encounter. So I hope you don't mind the the annoying music loop for my Max Repel to wear off, because I do eventually find that Pokemon. Hey, you actually get beaten to the
Dude.
Yeah, and try not to leave this room too. That's the other thing.
I'll screw up the glitch.
Right, yeah.
Running shoes, where were you when we needed you? Well, you don't exist in this game.
Well, you could get the running shoes in the Game Boy games anyways.
I just said they didn't exist.
Yeah, I know.
Thankfully, in the remakes, they do. And beyond.
Now, if it wasn't a Pokemon you're encountering, don't worry, you can still run away. I was able to still perform the glitch. It just has to be the last Pokemon that you encountered. So the next Pokemon you encounter can still be your last encounter. Thankfully, this does not take too long, so it didn't really require much editing on my part.
Da-da-da.
Another Grimer. And another Runaway.
Oh, jeez.
I think around here is where I finally encountered the Ditto. I want to say for sure.
Nope.
Eradicate.
You were wrong.
Damn it. Come on, RNG, prove me right. I know I encountered a Ditto at some point.
Are you sure it didn't take too long?
I'm pretty positive it did not take that long. But yes, and you actually find a Raticate down here.
There we go.
There's a Ditto. Now to do this, you have to make sure your Pokemon with 226 special stay in by the time Ditto uses Transform. So to be smart about this, I decided to use Recover. I could have gone for Thunder Wave, but I didn't. I decided to go for Recover instead. Now you also have to growl at this thing 6 times as well. The other thing about Ditto too, what makes it dangerous, is it can copy your stats entirely. So again, I just want to show off the Pokemon. One of the Pokemon you can use that has Growl.
Psybeam.
Critical hit, and I became confused. I was like, oh no. Oh yeah, and just so you know, full heals do not heal confusion.
At least not in this game.
No, it didn't heal until later gens.
Haha, ground type.
Thankfully, I get the first Growl in there. Now you need to growl this thing 6 times. And then after that, you're free to either run away or finish the battle.
Ooh, how?
Alright, there's a full restore right there. Another Psychic.
Another critical.
Another critical hit.
You're getting very unlucky with these criticals.
Thankfully, you used Recover.
Number 3?
Let's see, another Growl, another Recover, another Fail, and the Confusion, another Growl.
Yay. How many calls is that? Like 5?
That's 4. Now I'm confused no more. Now I can continue to growl at it. Now I have to growl at it one more time, assuming I survive the Psychic.
And you do.
My special stat failed, though. So that'll be a bit of a problem. Now I did try to run. I tried to run, but I couldn't escape. Because, again, the Ditto with the copy and the Kadabra is very high speed.
Wonderful. Good thing that wasn't out. Good thing that you did not fully evolve that thing.
Yeah, no, that would have been disastrous. So I decided to use Charizard here to finally finish it off. And still, more Psychics.
Yay.
And so we finally killed that Ditto.
Yay.
Alright, now after this, you want to use an escape rope here. And then you're gonna go all the way back to Lavender Town. Now, why there specifically, I'm not exactly sure, other than maybe...
For the heck of it?
Well, this is where you can also encounter Mew, if you were to do the Mew glitch the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
So, with all my Pokemon healed up, Hyper Potions and all, yeah, don't go back in the Pokemon Center either. The menu should automatically pop up on you. After that, here it is. Professor Oak wants to fight you.
Yes, you get to encounter Professor Oak.
He's brought 5 Pokemon in the field with them.
Who does he start off with?
He can start with a Tauros. And that Tauros is level 66. But thankfully, though, if you have a very high level Pokemon like my Kadabra, for example, you can pretty much wipe his team out no problem.
Psybeam.
Yeah, that was another reason why I was also taking a break from Pokemon Blue and not uploading the videos. I was also working on Yellow too, so I can show you guys this piece of footage. This executive right now is level 67. Now, mind you, I'm doing this pretty under-leveled. So I'm under leveled by at least 15 to 20 levels at this point.
Ah, hypnosis! No, hypnosis!
Thankfully I have full heals.
Sweet.
And it goes for Barrage. And it does 11 damage despite being 15 levels higher.
Because Barrage it just sucks.
Well, it's a very weak normal type move.
Hit you 4 times.
It's multi-hit though, so that's the only thing about it.
Yeah. Try going. Thankfully, hypnosis missed that time.
Yeah, despite the sword dance, look, I took almost nothing. And it puts me right back to sleep.
Hypnosis. Ah, Jesus, hypnosis. Hypnosis? I have bad memories of you throughout my entire Pokemon career. Don't be an asshole.
Let's see if I can take this thing out with Fire Blast.
Nope.
I was like, no, damn. But I get the burn proc in, so that's a good thing.
That works.
Another hypnosis!
3 times in a row with hypnosis. Seriously.
Oh my god. But I did get the burn in, so that's always a good thing.
Stomp.
And it did okay damage, despite being burned.
Yeah.
And I'm going for another Swords Dance, because why not at this point?
Why did I go for hypnosis when it put you to sleep with it already 3 other times?
Maybe it lost hope at the end. I don't know.
And Arcanine.
Thankfully, I got 2 Sword Dances up, which means my attack is up by 4 stages. I can take this thing out with an Earthquake, which I surprisingly outspeed.
Sometimes I wonder how they'd figure that out.
I think it was meant to be a final boss, like a super boss in Yellow to face Professor Oak.
Yeah, we'll talk about
the speed thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very erratic. Now I'm up against a Blastoise next, so I'm thinking let's just put in the Venusaur. So
well, that's a quack. That's a really freaking cool sprite for Gen 1.
Well, that's an updated sprite.
That's an awesome looking sprite, though.
Yeah, you remember playing Yellow, right? You remember seeing that Blastoise sprite?
I didn't start off with
No, but you get the Blastoise after you get the Squirtle from the Office of Jenny.
I never faced a Blastoise though.
Oh no! But when you look at the Pokemon status screen, you see the front sprite.
Oh, I don't think I never raised the Blastoise. I don't think.
Well, Blastoise is not bad, but they're just better water types to choose from.
Oh, Skull Bash!
And I was like, damn, I survived that critical hit. And I was doing a Toxic Leech Seed combo. And Mega Drain too, just to boot. And I got a crit, I was like, wow. I was like, wow, big numbers.
Skull Bash again.
And it's still looking for Skull Bash. And this is the famous Toxic Leech Seed Glitch combo. Look how much more health I get from this.
Whoa.
That's Gen 1 for you.
And you got level up as a result. Sweet.
And the last Pokemon he has the Gyarados. And it's level 70.
Hello!
They go for Thunder, I'm like, please let this be a critical hit. Let this be like a one-hit knockout. It would have been funny to see a Pikachu kill a Gyarados. But I went for Dragon Rage instead.
Dragon Rage?
Yeah, so I figured, okay, I could probably take this thing out with a Thunderbolt, but then somehow Speed Tie kicks in and I get hit with fucking Hydro Pump.
What the crit to boot? Cool. Bye, Pikachu.
Pikachu's gone, so I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not gonna let this Gyarados wipe out my team. So I'm going for the Kadabra instead and finish it off with a Psychic, because I can.
Just because.
Just because. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Pokemon Generation 1, done.
Professor Oak, finished.
It's over, done with.
My Pokemon couldn't.
Alright, so we don't know when the next time we'll have a new Let's Play for you. It could be another Pokemon game, it could be a matter of something else. But just stay tuned until then.
So we'll see you guys then.
Alright, thank you all for watching.